First of all, I want to start off with this story coming out from Sky this morning. Mainoo is set to stay at Manchester United in January due to Bruno Fernandes' injury. Now, what are your thoughts on this? I almost want to. I want to run a poll on this. Should Mainoo stay? Yes or no? Just if you're watching live, let us know. If you're not watching live, put a comment in. I find this ridiculous, right? Because let me get around this. If Bruno Fernandes doesn't get injured, he plays every bloody minute of every game, yeah? And Mainoo gets ignored, right? But the minute he's injured, Mainoo gets used. So I'm sort of like, hold on a minute. You've basically took the kid to the brink mentally. You know, you've basically made him feel worthless, you know? And now, because you can't use Bruno, you're like, oh, I want you to stay now. You're not going anywhere. I mean, I just think, does this not reflect really badly on the club, maybe the coach, Wilcox, whoever, that we didn't just make him feel valued in the time that we might need him? I don't like the way we're treating players. And look, some of these players have behaved badly at Man United, but cause and effect, anybody? You know, people go, oh, they're entitled, this, that, and the other. As we said last week, they're on social media doing things they shouldn't do, but Man United are telling them to be on social media all the time doing things they shouldn't do. We create these monsters, if you want to call it that. But I think in the case of Mainoo, I want to see him go in January. I think we have destroyed that relationship to a point that it's hypocritical to now say, can we use you? Because let me use an analogy, okay? You got two, let's say, girls, you know, women. It could be men, it could be cars, whatever, right? Two things, yeah? And you favour one of them, right? So you're always going, love, I'm taking you out tonight. Love might get you a slap round the face in 2025, to be honest. I'm acting like I'm dating in the 90s. It's been that long, I'm a happily married man. But I'm taking you out tonight. Here's a nice new dress. Isn't she great? You take her out, you know, paparazzi. Oh, yeah, what do you want for Christmas? This, that, and the other. And then you've got another one on the go. And you're sort of like, nah, is it my turn? No. And then you send them WhatsApp messages going, you know what? It could be you tonight. It could be you. It could be, I do value, I do like you. Well, why don't you take me out? Well, it could be you tonight. Guess what? It's not. Where's my Christmas present? You're not getting one. And then the one that you've been giving all the gifts and all the praise and taking them out, suddenly they piss off on a holiday for a month and you go, I want to spend time with you now. I do want to spend time with you now. And I sort of, that's how I feel about it. It's sort of like, or if it was a car, you've got two cars in the garage and one of the cars, you're always taking it out, you're always washing it, and the other car's there in the garage getting dusty and you're going, dangling the keys going, hey, I'm going to take you out for a drive. Fuck off, I'm only joking, piss off, put them keys back in the house. You know, and I feel that that's like how we've treated Mainoo. And now Bruno's injured and it's like, you're not going. I need you now. And surely we would have been in a better position for this if along the last 4 months, we'd have been giving Mainoo game time. You know, we could still have started Bruno, but if we'd been giving Mainoo more regular game time to make him feel valued, and he'd be more prepared. And what we've actually done is devalued him in more ways than one, and now Bruno gets injured and it's like, you're not going anywhere, we need to use you. I don't like the way we've done this. I also think it's very similar to Xerxes, because if we miss out on Semenyo, we'll say Xerxes got to stay. But if we get Semenyo, we'll go, oh, you need to go. It's not a very good way of treating either of those two players, and I think that reflects badly on the club. If I was in charge, I would have been using Xerxes and Mainoo a lot more, making them feel more valued and being more honest with them about my intentions, but making them feel part of it. They both want to leave. We're now going to say you're not going because it suits us. And I think that's just not a good way to run a football club. So I find it a bit weird. Obviously, Sky might not be correct. But having said that, the flip side to the coin is that it's always been said that Mainoo is Bruno's deputy. So with Bruno out injured, then Mainoo as the deputy probably does make sense. But what we've also got to factor in, and I didn't speak about this last night, and from the rumour mill, nobody is buying the fact that he had a calf strain against Villa. Nobody. In the industry, nobody is buying it. They're like, hold on a minute. You played well against Bournemouth in a cameo. Your brother wore the T-shirt. You never came out and said anything about it. You're ready to start against Villa. You're not even on the bench with a calf strain, but apparently you're going to be back in a few days. I mean, who has an injury that, you know, you miss one game, but then you're back a couple of days later? So nobody's really buying that either. So it's messy. It's messy, isn't it? And what needs to happen by the sounds of it is that we need Mainoo to feel valued. It's like Gaz says, they're just sloppy seconds, Mainoo and Xerxes. And I don't like that. I don't like that statement, but you know, you're probably not wrong. We've treated them really, really badly, and now we need them. And I think this is why we fail, because I don't think we treat anybody well. I don't think the club treat you well. Who does this club treat well? I think they treat fans like shit. I've said that for years. I think fans are treated like morons, mushrooms, feed us on shit, keep us in the dark, take our money. So I don't think this football club represents what, you know, it used to anyway. But it's going to be very interesting now, because surely Mainoo's in the position of power. You know, if he says I want to go, you know, he could easily force a move. He could easily put it out there again that he wants to leave and he doesn't want to play for Amorim. In which case, we as fans would go, well, he doesn't want to be here. So I think there's I'd say Mainoo's in the position of power. I don't think he was in the position of power last week. I'd say he's in the position of power now, because United are desperate and they don't want to buy a midfielder. So, and they haven't got Bruno. So I suspect Man United, for all their bravado last week, are suddenly going to be on their knees begging Mainoo, please don't go. You know, so it's going to be very interesting. Esclad says I'd leave on principle. I personally, if I was Mainoo, I'd be like, I want to leave. I don't want to leave permanently, but I want to leave. I don't want to play for you this season. I want to leave my headspace. I want to go on loan, because I just don't think that I don't think this relationship will work out. But we'll have to wait and see.